Today I'm going to talk a little bit about Putin and our little meeting and stuff. First off, it started with me thinking that he was my father, and that created a big mess. My sergeant had already taken me to mental health because of how I was doing on my job. I wasn't trying to get out of, wanting to marry Putin or anything like that. I stayed and waited for them to come and get me. But I was so confused with psychotic stuff, like thinking that Obama was green and had cancer and Putin was a drunk, so he was red. He's not a drunk, by the way, but I got all these messages that told me all this stuff about him and it wasn't true. And he just wanted to be a meanie, meanie, and put me up on RT dying. I have a feeling he did that because he wanted it to spread, like say, oh, Patriot missiles don't work, you can't invade me, which is stupid because they have THAAD, and I'm a 14 Tango, or I was a 14 Tango, excuse me, my security clearance is gone, I'm no longer a 14 Tango, or an 88 Lima, or anything else to do with the military. You don't have to get angry. And I don't even know if they don't work or not, because first off, I'm a brute. I was like a 14 Tango, you run with the cord and you set stuff up. You don't actually know what you're doing, especially as a level 10. So I never compromised the U.S. or anything like that, even though they came after me and treated me like I had. But they wouldn't arrest me. They just did a bunch of creepy stuff. Like, I don't know if you know about the weapons or not. I'm not going to get into that. I already tried and that failed because I'm not willing to sell my soul and not pretty enough to spread fast enough for people to care, because I'm ugly and they're not going to care. And that's another thing. I was not trying to marry Putin. I tried to defend myself by saying he was my father, and then I got confused in psychosis. And yes, I'm still stuck with Putin. Anything, use, ease, that smile, Putin smiling about whatever I'm thinking about. We have kind of like this strange relationship, and it ended up screwing, not with the real Putin, but with the other one. And the angry Russians could not handle this. I'm not saying that all Russians are bad. I've seen a lot of good ones on the internet. I've talked to a lot of good ones on the internet. But I'm going to say when it comes to Putin, some of them are psychotic. And that's because it's their leader and they're proud of him, or they sometimes just want a favor and think that they're going to get ahead by hurting me, which is like, he doesn't care about me. He only cared about me for like 5 seconds. And he put the picture up and it caused everyone to attack me. And he's like, ha 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 ha, she's an attention whore. No. No. If I were an attention whore, I would have done something to explode by now. I'm not. I tried to bring attention to the weapons, but it just failed, and it made me look bad, and it made it look like it was a great thing to do because I'm a loser. And I know I'm a loser. I have schizophrenia, and it pretty much steals your youth. I had other things that stole my youth, like Marilyn Manson and Britney Spears and all the other wimps who won't come forward and make me look like I'm schizophrenic, even worse. I'm not currently psychotic. I'm on a shot and pills, and I take them religiously. I show my grandmother, who is my guardian, taking pills every single day. I get injected with a shot of Prolixin twice a month. Okay, so now that that's out. So anyway, I just started commenting on RT and stuff because I had nothing better to do, and my memory's kind of shot. My brain's not that great. I try writing to help myself. I'm not a big fan of writing. I'm not ever going to do anything, that great with it. The only man that I would like to have is somebody who's chubby, likes food, and likes to write and trade drafts with me. So if you fit that description, and you're not willing to go with the fat woman, because a lot of people don't want to go because they're like, oh, I deserve a 10. It's like, you look like a 2. I'm sorry. Come into my shithole. Excuse my language. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so they're wimps, and they've cornered me several times, and I called myself going into the KIA. It got so bad for a while. But if you want to know, I did not ever try to marry Putin. I thought that he was hot, and I told myself that he was my father, and then I got confused and everything else. But anything, like I said, that smiles, ease, and exits, it's Putin, and he's agreeing with my thoughts. Okay, he must be a special person because he agrees with almost everything I say, which I'm sure the real one doesn't, but whatever. If I'm going to have to live in this tormented hole with him for the rest of my life, I might as well just, fine. We're married. We're hitched. I don't think so. So that would be an interesting relationship, though. He doesn't speak very good English, and I sure as heck, I can name farm animals in Russian, and that's about it. even though I failed that part on the IQ test. It asked me to recall animals, and it wasn't just because my brain's messed up. It's because I'm a city girl and I don't know that many animals. I didn't even know what a llama was until I was like in 8th grade. So yeah, yeah. So anyway, Putin, if and then I got to this rut where I was like, hey, I think it'd be cool to have a house worth $5 million, but yeah, thought that'd be pretty cool. And I'm not after anybody's money. If you want to pay me, I mean, great, but I know that you're not going to, and I'll live because I'm pretty taken care of by the VA, and I'm very thankful to them for all the heck I put the military through. Um, they've really helped me quite a bit. And again, I was a 14 Tango. I was a grunt. I don't know how they work. I was a level 10. I think that's what I was because that's how it went in the Idiot Lima school. Anyway, I was a 10, and yeah, I'm not going to get into it, but I don't know. And I've never been to war or anything. I've seen plenty of victims of war come on the wards, and it's like, Jesus, why would anyone want to go to combat now that their women are fighting? It's like, look what happened to these guys. There was one that was so bad, he had to be restrained to his, I think he'd been shell shocked. Like, it's different than PTSD, and that he had like loud sounds come by him and like shell shock. And he had to be tied down. He didn't know anything. The only time he was ever calm was when his wife called. And I hope, I don't know. I hope it gets better for him, but I doubt it will, because he used to ram his head right after his wife hung up on the phone, and it was the only comfort that he had, and otherwise he had to be escorted by like 4 people to have a smoke break, and he had to be tied. And he didn't yell at me. He seemed to recognize me, but I look like one of those faces because I'm short, chubby, dark hair, glasses, we're everywhere. The gods cut our legs off and made us runts. But anyway, so whatever. I'm kind of annoyed at Marilyn Manson for all that nonsense. And we know where you live and all that junk. It's like, why would you want to do that to people? But they're just so full of themselves and think that they're going to get all these goodies if they kill us. And, I'm going to marry Putin. That's my main goal. Yeah, okay. Putin, do you want to exchange? See, Putin's useless to me. He can't edit English papers. He can't edit books. He can't talk to me. We'd have a very interesting relationship. Yeah, so for me getting angry, maybe the guy should get the garp, the geek should get the girl, the should get again. I don't know if you can hear me. It's just a playground language or understand me. Yeah, so this is a rather long video. I don't expect you to watch the whole thing. I was just doing a little rant. I love you, baby. I'm just kidding. Don't be an angry Russian. Be happy. Happy. Maybe you need happy pills. A lot of those agencies need happy pills. And yes, I do have schizophrenia and it gets confused in with everything. And no, I did not try to get out of it.